All right, ladies and gentlemen of the press, welcome today to Leroy Elliott's Gatorade Player of the Year award press conference. Okay, we're going to be talking all things Leroy, all things Gatorade. But first, I'm going to read this press release statement from Gatorade regarding the Gatorade Football Player of the Year. In its 29th year of honoring the nation's best high school athletes, the Gatorade Company, in collaboration with USA Today High School Sports Today, announced Leroy Elliott of West Anchorage High School as its 2013-14 Gatorade Alaska Football Player of the Year. Elliott is the 6th Gatorade Alaska Football Player of the Year to be chosen from West High School. The award, which recognizes not only outstanding athletic excellence, but also high standards of academic achievement and exemplary character demonstrated on and off the field, distinguishes Elliott as Alaska's best high school football player. Now a finalist for the prestigious Gatorade National Football Player of the Year award announced in December, Elliott joins an elite alumni association of past state award winners in 12 sports. The 6'1", 180-pound senior wide receiver and running back and defensive back led the Eagles to a 9-2 record and the large school state championship this past season. Elliott caught 44 passes for 843 yards and 10 touchdowns, rushed for 277 yards and 16 carries, and scored 7 touchdowns. Defensively, he contributed 45 tackles, including 28 solo tackles and a pair of interceptions. He was also named the Offensive Player of the Year for the state of Alaska. He scored once every 3.5 times he possessed the ball and averaged 18.7 yards per touch. Perhaps most importantly, Elliott has maintained a 3.11 GPA in the classroom and has volunteered locally as an elementary school guest speaker and as a youth football coach. The Gatorade Player of the Year program annually recognizes one winner in the District of Columbia and each of the 50 states that sanction high school football, girls volleyball, boys and girls cross-country running, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, and track and field. The selection process is administered by the Gatorade High School Sports Leadership Team in partnership with USA Today High School Sports. Elliott joins recent Gatorade Alaska Football Players of the Year Connor Feckley from West, A.J. Hall from Kenai Central, Robbie Smithwick from Soldotna High, Justin Kaufman also from West, Anthony Griglione from Soldotna, and Bill Chimpampley from Kenai, among the state's list of former award winners. To keep up to date on all the latest happenings, become a fan of Gatorade Player of the Year on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For more information about the Gatorade Player of the Year program, including nomination information, a complete list of past winners, and an announcement of the Gatorade National Player of the Year, visit Gatorade.com/POY. So as head coach, I've been really blessed to have this guy on the squad for a few years now, varsity these last 2, and it's been an awesome experience. And I'm going to turn the mic over to the guy you're here to ask questions to and to get the information on what it's like to be the Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Alaska, Leroy Elliott.
Any questions?
So now that you're Gatorade Player of the Year, what do you plan to do after high school? Do you plan to go to college, or what's your plan?
Well, I do plan on going to college. I'm actually planning on playing football in college and hopefully doing track. But I got a call from Georgia like a week ago. And he was talking to me about going to colleges and like doing 2 sports at one time. And he said it's kind of hard to do 2 sports if you're going to a D1. But I mean, like, I don't know. My main goal is just to play football. And if track doesn't work out for me, then football is going to be my main thing. So, yes, I do plan on going to college. Any more questions?
How
Yes,
hard
you?
is it to balance your academics and football and volunteering?
Well, it was kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. During the season, like, you have, like, a certain amount of time to do homework. It's, like, really, like, you don't really have enough time to really do homework when you're focusing on football. I guess I can say this for everyone else, too. It's kind of hard. Like, academically, trying to focus on grades and stuff during the football season, it's just a pain. And volunteering and stuff, I mean, I don't know. I just have to work out my time and just to like make sure that I have enough time to do homework and to focus on football at the same time. So, yeah. More questions? Yes, you.
What do you do after football and after you've done with all your homework? Like, what do you do after?
Well, usually I usually watch film, like on the other teams and stuff. I usually just like make sure my body's healthy, sometimes I just go work out just to get like another extra workout in sometimes. But usually I just do watch film and just focus on my homework and stuff like that. Make sure I have everything down for film wise and assignments and everything like that. So, yeah. More questions?
Mr. Elliott, what do you think is your best game this season?
My best game. I'd have to say service game. The first game we played them at homecoming. I think I had like the best stats there. I think I had like 256 all-purpose yards for like 4 touchdowns, and it was a pretty cool game. I mean, I don't know. It was like a really. I'd have to say that was one of my most memorable games, and yeah, I think that was probably my best game. Yes, you.
Mr. Elliott, you've had a lot of memorable plays throughout the season. Does anyone in particular stand out? And if so, could you walk us back to that play and how it occurred on the field?
Well, I'd have to say my most exciting play I did was service game, last championship game. But I don't know. I think the most clutch I've ever did was the Diamond game. We were down by like a touchdown, and we had to come back. And I was on the sideline. My groin was hurt. And so I decided to go on the field. I told Coach, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. Even though I wasn't really ready to go out there, I just wanted to be out there for the team, you know. And so I know that we've been practicing this one route, it's called a USOM route we've been practicing. And me and Davis, that route was pretty good. He knew how to throw it good and stuff, and I ran the correct route. And I did that route, and I caught the ball like while in traffic. And all I remember was just seeing some guys trying to tackle me, and all of a sudden I stick my arm out, and yeah, I got knocked down, and then I see another guy coming after me going for the tackle, and I know I couldn't juke because my groin and stuff, so I decided to just put my arm out there again and to see what happens. And I honestly didn't remember a thing until after I scored, but I'd have to say that was probably my most memorable play this season. More questions?
Mr. Elliott, I was wondering, how did you get your competitive nature? Was there someone when you were younger or in high school that pushed you to be so competitive?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you were probably I'd have to say you were probably got my competitive nature out. I mean, I don't know. Back in elementary, it used to be so competitive. I didn't understand the sport of football, but I feel like since I was around you and I was friends with you, I kind of understood it by you and how you played and stuff. And so I kind of did look up to you when I was in elementary stuff, looking up to you as a football player. And so I guess you can say that that's probably what got out my competitive nature. But other than that, I've always been that I just hated losing, and I just wanted to just work hard just to get things done and be a memorable person. So that's basically it. Marquise? What do I do? I usually just work out. I mean, I don't know. I try to make sure that I don't do anything stupid to cause injuries, but I just usually work out and try to eat healthy. I don't really eat healthy that much, but I try a lot. So, this is done.
What advice would you give to future Eagles?
Advice? Just work hard. Just stay in school. Work hard. Grades are the most important thing because they're coming to championship. If your team is good enough to make it a championship, grades are really crucial because sometimes you lose players really good players just to grades, and I don't think we don't need that for a team. And I think grades is the most important thing. Working hard, listening to coaches, making sure that you're coachable and stuff, and just make sure you just get things done. It's my advice.
Last question. I know you've had a lot of influential people in your life, your parents obviously, and Coach Davis and your teammates, but I think what we really all like to know is how have the administrators at West High School influenced you in your football career? Administrators,
well, they helped me a lot. I mean, I don't know. They make me stay in school. They make sure that they care, basically show me that they care. They ask me questions about what colleges I'm going to, if my SATs are going to be done and stuff. And it's just really important questions to know because it keeps me on track of what I need to do. And yeah, you guys have been a really good influence on me. And so I thank you guys for that. So, any more questions? Joshua?
So you play 3 sports, track, football, and wrestling. Which one, besides football, helps you with football the most? Track and wrestling.
Helps me with football? Well, I'd have to say track helps me with my speed. But I think wrestling really helps for all around, just being an athlete. I'd have to say wrestling's like one of the hardest sports you can ever do, and it keeps you in shape. It's like, especially for defense. If you're a defensive player, like wrestling is the thing to do. But yeah, I think wrestling really did help me on the defensive side. But offensively, I think track really helped me a lot too, because like it got my speed up, and I was able to like, you know, run at a good pace and like make sure that my form and everything is good too. So track really helps, and I think wrestling helps a lot too. And I don't know, colleges really do usually look for like wrestlers to play football, because, you know, wrestlers like have this like dedication and they just work hard and stuff. So wrestling probably is.
Any shout-outs you want to give to teachers or coaches or players or parents or church?
Shout-outs. First shout-out I'd like to go out to Louis. I mean, he's always been there for me ever since day one. You know, he's always been at my side, just helping me out and stuff. And he's basically what made me motivated to like be the athlete I am today. Also give another shout-out to Coach Iverson and Coach Davis. I don't think I could have a better season, or like at least an equal season to my junior year without them. I remember Coach Davis telling me that I think week 2 that he told me I wasn't going to get the rock that much, and I knew that I wasn't. And he told me like whenever I had the opportunity to make it, just go for it. And so I kept that advice throughout the whole season, and whenever I touched the ball, I usually try to plan on making something out of it. Iverson too, he's been a really help to me. He's been coaching me ever since like sophomore year. He's been such a great. I'd have to say he's one of the best wide receiver coaches in Alaska, in my opinion. He's helped me a lot, not only as a coach but as a friend. You know, he takes me out to movies sometimes. He shows me that he cares, and it's like a really good connection between me and him. And I really thank him a lot. I don't think I'd ever be where I'm at without Coach Iverson. And I'd also give a shout out to my parents for always being there. They always motivate, even though they don't understand the sport of football, but they know that I'm doing well. So they are always there to like help me out and stuff, and just be there and be proud of me and stuff. But yeah, that's all I like to give. Question?
Aside from emotions and like, you know, the fact that you play football, I'm so sorry, football, wrestling, and track, how do you keep your emotions balanced between like going home and your emotions that you have with social and then with football? Like, how do you balance that?
See, it's kind of hard to balance it. I try the best I could. Like, I really don't have a break. Usually when I never have a break. I'm always at school or after school, like always here and doing either any sport. I'm never at home or doing nothing, because I feel like that's bad for me. But it's kind of hard to balance it out, but I try my best to balance it out. Football season, I have to say, is kind of hard to balance out from academic to actually focusing on football, but it gets easier once you go into wrestling and track, because wrestling, I mean, you get tired, but it's a lot easier to balance out, because you're basically just focusing on like you getting better, not really about the team or anything like that. So, but yeah, basically it's kind of hard balancing it out, but I try the best I could. So.
What are your general thoughts on being the top football player in the state of Alaska? I mean, that's a great way to wrap up senior year.
Yeah, thoughts. It's kind of shocking. It's amazing. It's like this amazing feeling that I have. I never expected to like come up to where I'm at right now. I've never really expected that. Not from sophomore year or freshman year. I've never really expected me to be like this player all of a sudden. But I think it was through the coaching and all the teammates helping me out and motivating me to become where I'm at right now is where I got. And yeah, the thoughts, it's just amazing, really amazing, honestly. Like I could never like imagine. I never achieved such an accomplishment like this before, and it's like really a blessing for me to know that, you know, I've done something that I've always strived to do, and so, yeah.
All right.
More questions?
Any further questions? One more round of applause for Mr. Elliott.
Yes, sir.
This concludes the press conference. Drive safely.